Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Trading Market Technicals morning call video for Thursday, October 25th. Quick video today. Nothing much has changed. We had an inside day from the previous day. You can see this on a 5-minute chart. And we had basically been in a range for just a good day and a half, just about that. And right around 2:30, we just sold off. So not a lot of price action, not a lot of movement in a lot of these stocks. You really had to dig in deep. And then not knowing if you were going to get, an end of the day short covering rally. We have been down several days now, so shorts are more. I would be tightening up any short swings you have, or if you're looking to put on a short, shorts would be a little bit more riskier trade at the moment, only because we're down several days and we're a little bit extended here in these charts. So I'm going to run to the charts with you guys right away, and let's see where we go from here. Right now, overnight session real quick, we had UK had GDP data come out and registered their best quarterly growth in 5 years. So take it with a grain of salt, but whatever it is, the futures are up. They're up about 7.5 handles. And as we say, as I mentioned before, stocks don't go straight down and or straight up. So a little recovery bounce. We will monitor and see how this bounce is with light volume. If it's sluggish, lethargic, then we're going to look to short these rallies. Or is it the bottom? I mean, it could be 1370 I was looking for my target. I think we were down to 1401. Hit the low on yesterday morning early. So we'll just see. We'll take it one step at a time. But volatility is picking up, so that's going to create a bunch of opportunity. And just be vigilant on your risk parameters, because we really need to make sure that what you're trading, you understand the risks involved in trading, because we don't want to be stubborn, because a lot of opportunity is going to happen between now and the end of the year, and we want to keep our palates dry. All right, so enough of that. Let's run right into the charts. I put this the other day, and I said, look, this is what I'm thinking what might happen here. A bounce. So we hit this. We broke this lower trend line since June, and we broke down, and now we're up a little bit, 7 handles. So maybe we grind up a little bit higher somewhere in here, and then look to really fail and probably try to test that 200 day. And that 1372 would be somewhere around that area here. If you can see, that'll be the 200 day. That's the 200 day moving average now, but the 200 day will continue to creep up a little bit, as you see, as it's going. So we'll probably look somewhere in this area here, maybe 1380. 1375, and then look for one more test to hit that low. But we'll see. The MACDs look terrible. RSI looks horrible. Stochastics look horrible. So we'll just see what happens in the next couple of days. It would not surprise me to see a short covering rally the next couple of days, and then see where we pick up. We pick up again right up on Monday. Take a look at the spiders. I like looking at this with the with our volume bars. Same thing, real ugly looking chart, broke the 50, and we just hit that support line here, and there's 2 small pivotal support areas in the spiders. You might want to make a notice, 139, and then of course the 137. I would actually say 130, yeah, let's call it 137.5, somewhere around there. And then of course the 200 day, which is right below that, but that'll pick up as this starts to sell off, if it were to sell off. But nonetheless, nasty few days. Started selling off since Thursday, and really didn't look too good here. So now we are extended, right? We are overextended, so we've got to look for a bounce. And any bounces, we look to short until proven otherwise, right? I mean, the charts are lower, everything is lower here, and nothing seems to be holding up accordingly. Again, today we are up in the pre-market. We could have a nice big short covering rally. And that would be the extent of it. Unless there's real big volume behind it, we're going to just label it as a short covering rally. But we'll know in the next couple of days. Okay, IYT, transportation sector. Had a big recovery back up in this area here. Failed, hit this trend line, and broke yesterday. So today is going to see, are we going to test this low here? And then ultimately this really pivotal low here at 86.05. We'll see. But again, guys, not looking too pretty. A lot of these charts had some technical damage. We are coming into some seasonal strength now. Not at this moment, but we are sometime next week, the first week of November. We start picking up, and long start to be favored. So let's keep that in mind. Okay, we don't want to be building big short positions here going into this going into the end of the year. Now that does not mean we can't get a real nasty sell-off, continuation here, and then pick up late. So that's possible. So just again, measure your own risk tolerance here, and make sure you understand the risk that we are going into seasonal strength coming in the next coming days. All right, IWM's Russell 2000 head and shoulders pattern basically all just about hit our target 80 or 80.33. Let's call it 79.80. So we're 60 cents off. One big push lower. Then you're right there. To me, a couple of pennies here and there, 50 cents off on a nice big head and shoulders pattern. I think it worked out just perfectly. So if we take this area here, and we'll go right there, and just bring that right down here, and it's basically our target, real quick. Without even getting a calculator out. Okay, take a look at Apple. Apple hit our target as far as the head and shoulders concerned, right? So we hit our target line here, 610. Where's our next area now? Apple reports tonight. Apple's going to be really a good barometer, pretty much a critical juncture for the market here. Because if Apple starts to sell off, the Qs will go, and Apple is highly weighted in the S&P. Then I think that the S&P will start to sell off as well. So it's going to be really critical tonight after the market closes what Apple does in the earnings. Do they sell them and take profits? Remember, I mentioned Apple is the number one holdings of mutual funds and hedge funds. So let's really keep an eye on this, what happens today after the close. Now, we are oversold, obviously, so we could rally hard here, and then maybe they take profits up at these areas here. Logical area to take profits, the long-term trend line, and, of course, the 50 where the 20 is coming in close. Okay, last chart, guys, Qs. I mentioned Qs weekly way back when, and I said this little area, this doji, 67... I think it was 67.45 or 67.50. Call it 67.50. I said a break below that on a closing basis would initiate a short position, and sure enough, we got that 3 weeks ago. So if anybody took that trades, hats off to you. Get 2.5 points in there. And we're sitting right now coming across this little channel here that I put. So a word of caution: we are extended. That does not mean that we can't go lower. But we are up in the pre-markets, a little bit of good news overseas. So I do see a little bit of profit taken from the shorts to cover, and then we'll see where we go from there. But keep an eye on Apple after the close today, guys. It's going to be really important. Have a great day. Keep your stops in place, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Take care.